6:30. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Town of Waukesha Town Board meeting on March 28th, 2019, beginning at 6:30. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Begin with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And Madam Clerk, could you call the roll? Present.
Supervisor Fisher.
Here.
Supervisor Durr.
Here.
And Supervisors Wolf and Radke are absent.
All choked up tonight.
Yeah.
Madam Clerk, have we met the opens meeting law?
Yes, we have.
And then we can begin with citizens' comments.
Good evening. Sandy Hom, West 230 South 3827 Milky Way Road. I'm here to speak on agenda item 8, and obviously I have a long history with this situation, and I want to say that I'm not opposed to this request, nor am I in favor of it, but I was present at the first event when the attorney or developer for the project's first words out of his mouth were that there would never be alcohol at this location. And the reason that's important to me, and the reason I bring it up, and it seems like each time I come up here lately I've been repeating myself, but we say things like we're going to develop a piece of land and we're going to put so many houses here and then we're going to leave this green space in perpetuity. And then my hackles go up because I just don't believe we have in perpetuity happening here or anywhere else. And so I just wanted, and I'm sorry so many people are missing, but I just wanted to emphasize the fact that going forward, who's ever making decisions here, watch what you say and don't make claims about forever or in perpetuity, because it's just not the way it works. And I don't think there's probably anything about this request that's inappropriate after all of the changes that have gone on with Five Diamonds. But that's what does happen, and I would like people to recognize that in whatever we are discussing. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you. Anybody else? Then we can move on to reports, and we'll begin with the Administrator, Clerk, Treasurer.
We had a 6-month CD at Summit Bank mature at $261,000, and it has been renewed for 15 months at 2.72%. Our general fund revenues are at $1,470,000, and our general fund expenditures are at just under $600,000. Our fire inspection revenues are at $20,000, which is applied fund balance, and the fire inspection expenditures are just over $3,000. Our capital funds revenue of $400,000 is from tax revenue, and our capital fund expenditures are just over $27,000. We had 3 public records requests, one from Angie Van Sock on the annexation documents. That's still in progress. Barry from Nova Consulting for occupancy and inspections. That's been complete. Aaron from Central Office Systems, information on all the office machines, printers, and copiers and such that we purchased or leased in the last 5 years. That's still in progress. We have 5 entities on our non-compliance report. 2 are in court, 1 is closed, 2 are in an extended time period. And we are currently working very hard on the April 2nd election. And that's my report.
Thank you. Any questions for the clerk?
Yeah, just a quick question on the capital fund revenue, the $400,000 from the tax levy, but I think I saw in the minutes we sold as well the trucks for, I thought it was like $11,300 or something like that. I don't remember that.
And that,
I thought
yes,
that was going into the capital fund.
Yes, and I believe that that was that was in the last month's That didn't come in this month. The 400,000 we just moved over in the capital fund.
So your
revenue.
report is just based on this month's activity?
It's, yeah. I'll make sure that the 11,000 is in there. I don't know where we are on putting that. I'll make sure that my report is complete with not only what we just moved over. I just wanted to make the notation that we moved over the tax levy because we didn't have it in the last meeting. I didn't. So.
Thank you.
And from the fire department, I did not see Chief Dan, so we'll move on to DPW. Jerry?
Good evening.
Good evening.
We had a fairly uneventful March. We only had one salting event, which we didn't call our contractor in. Our public works handled it. I think we had a really good winter season. I'd like to thank our public works staff. I think they did a great job. I think our contractor stepped up to the plate and did a good job this winter also. We installed our weight restriction signs. Those will be up for, I don't know, a couple of weeks, I would imagine, until the roads dry out. We worked on road patching, responded to job orders. We were called in once for a fallen tree in the evening on Merrill Hills Road during, the rain and the wet conditions we had, and worked on vehicle and equipment maintenance. We're also working on Getz Drive. We're going to pave that road this year, removing all the big dead cottonwoods, so we've been working on that. My April plans are pretty much the same. I got some culvert installations that need to get done once the weight signs are off. I've got a lot of sign work that needs to be taken care of. Take care of job orders as they come in, road patching, tree brush work, and then work on my my 2019 road evaluation for getting bids out for slag, crack fill, flex patch. I think that's my report.
Thank you. Any questions for Jerry? Thank you.
Welcome.
And good evening, deputies.
Good evening, Chairman, Board, and Clerk Treasurer. Captain Moonen from the Sheriff's Office. I'll report for Deputy Moose, who went off duty at 6. She modified her hours this last week to assist with truck enforcement for the seasonal weight enforcement on the town roads. Reporting on the month of February, we had 36 total calls for service that the squad responded to. To include some of those calls would be assisting the fire department 6 times. 4 follow-up investigations were done in relation to animal cases, frauds. Also 80 building checks or house checks were performed during patrol hours. 6 traffic citations were issued. 1 parking citation was issued, and 3 ordinance citations were issued during the month. There were 4 traffic crashes that occurred during the month, and that's what I have to report. Any questions?
Just curious, 80 house checks. Are those people that are calling up asking for their houses to be checked?
So those could be businesses that request extra patrols, residents that request extra patrols. I know Deputy Moose informed me that she's been proactive with visiting some of the citizens where they have fire calls. She'll double back later to make sure that everything is okay with them, maybe a week later, and follow up. So that would be a house check as well. So okay. They could be extra patrols for vacation checks, concerned citizens for activity that's in the area. There could be a multitude of different reasons why they would complete a house check.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
And we can move on to the minutes of February 28, 2019. Is there a motion?
I'll make a we all got it tonight. I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from February 28th, 2019.
And a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. On to 8, discussion possible action on Class B retail liquor licenses. I'd like to make a motion to table this until the next meeting of the town board on April 11th. Is there a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. On to accounts payable in the amount of, oh, we have one down there.
That's all,
That's all tabled.
all 8.
Accounts payable in the amount of $32,249.12. Is there a motion?
Make a motion to pay the bills in that amount?
And a second.
I'll second.
Madam Clerk, a roll call vote?
Chairman Merrick?
Aye.
Supervisor Durr?
Aye.
Supervisor Fisher?
Aye.
Motion carries. On to adjournment. Is there a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
And a second.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.